Ready.
You ready? Abdul, how did you like your time in TNA?
Nice.
All right. Did you know? Hello, people. This is Chris the Dream. I'm gonna talk to you about TNA. Because most people, and I'm gonna use Abdul for my subject. I hope you don't mind, Abdul. Most people are shitting on TNA because it's not WWE. And what do you feel about that?
I think that TNA, they're an athlete, so you have to give them that. You know what I mean? Although we know it's entertainment, but what they're doing, you can't do it. You have to be fit to do it.
No, but they figuring because it's not owned by McMahon that you know.
Even if it's not owned by McMahon, for the simple fact that they're doing what they're doing, you have to give them that, and they're doing a pretty good job. They don't have to be McMahon's subject,
I just feel
for them to
that
perform.
I just feel that McMahon can't own everything. It can't be a monopoly. He can't own everything. And I just feel that, yes, I would love Hulk Hogan to be a part of the WWE family for the rest of his life and do what he's doing for TNA, but it's time to give other people a chance as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that TNA is a part of history. Well, I just want to say it started. Here's the video game right here. It started in 2002 because of the fact that McMahon bought WCW, and all the stars that were under contract with WCW. One second. All the stars that were part of WCW had no place to go, because it's kind of like if you have your own company, whoever you don't like, you don't take with you. And he didn't take some of the people that were behind the scenes also as well in WCW, just for the simple fact of grudges. Even though McMahon says he's the one person in the wrestling business that doesn't hold the grudge. So a lot of people were out of the job in March 2001. WCW was owned by Ted Turner, but Ted Turner owned everything from the Atlanta Hawks to Atlanta Braves to CNN and everything in between, TBS, TNT. He just got tired. So even though they say he was a fan of wrestling, I think he just owned WCW for the sake of owning it. He wasn't in love with the business like how McMahon is there every week on Raw or backstage. You don't see McMahon, but McMahon's there. And that was the downfall of WCW. Ted Turner bought it from somebody else. Even though they said McMahon wanted to buy WCW even before he took over his father's company. By the way, WCW was called the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, which would let every promoters, guys, like let's say Hulk Hogan was in New York, Nick Bockwinkel was in Minnesota, Ric Flair was in Atlanta, and they would share the world champions and show them off on their show, but they had their own separate thing. But nobody would cross over and go over to Atlanta. Everybody had their own territory. But Vince McMahon Jr., not Sr., changed that. And he wanted to gobble up like Pac-Man the whole wrestling world, which McMahon, yes, he does own the wrestling world, but he's not just wrestling. This is the heart and soul of people. McMahon is not an island. He doesn't own everything. I love McMahon. I love WWE. I will bleed WWE for the rest of my life. But he's have to give credit to the people that came before and the people that might come after, and some of the stars that worked for him, past and present, that bleed for him, that left their families in the past. Now, there's another thing. People talk about Sting, that he never been to WWE, and he'll never be considered popular because he never went to WWE. He doesn't have to go to WWE. Sting is on every WWE DVD. He's never stepped into WWE, but he's in every WWE DVD. Look, this is a WWE DVD. And who's that on the cover in the corner? That's Sting, right? What I'm saying to you is Sting will always have popularity thanks to McMahon buying WCW. His legacy will live on. Yeah, granted, it would have been nice to see Sting step in the ring at least one time, but Sting is over 50 years old, and Sting felt that his character would be messed up if McMahon took him over because a lot of people that moved over to WWE from WCW, they didn't do good with McMahon. He didn't know how to market them, and vice versa. People that came from McMahon didn't do good. So, um, I want to say that TNA is a good company. It has a good legacy, thanks to the backing of the NWA, and thanks to the backing of Jeff Jarrett, and now thanks to the backing of Hulk Hogan. But I like the fact that McMahon's not talking trash about TNA like how they used to talk trash in the late 90s about WCW. I like that McMahon is letting sleeping dogs lie, and even Dusty Rhodes, Stephanie McMahon, and Vince McMahon admitted that if there's one club that you can go to, it's not fun just having one club. Competition is very healthy, and I wish TNA and WWE all the luck in the world. And I think it's great that TNA has a light vision division called the X Division. They came up with factions and groups called Immortal, the main event Mafia, the Beautiful People, and I love the fact that TNA's got a good women's division. Their women's division is better than WWE's women's division. Shout out to my favorite TNA knockout, well, to Mickey James, and my number one, Velvet Sky. What's up, baby? Anyway, I just want to say I wish TNA good luck. And the funny thing about it is TNA is not cocky because they're more approachable. You see, they do independent signings. I met more TNA guys than I met WWE guys. TNA people will go to a show that's not even sponsored by TNA and they'll do one or two matches in an independent show. They're very approachable. I met Dixie Carter. She was a very nice lady. She introduced me to her two little kids. The president is his name now. And they do a show every year in Coney Island, and it was great. And I took Abdul, and Abdul had a blast. And you know, it's funny. TNA is located in Nashville, Tennessee, and they're in New York more than WWE. And New York is black. New York is known as WWE town. No other organization can go to Madison Square Garden because WWE has it locked. But the funny thing, when Hulk Hogan made his announcement that he was going to TNA, he rented out Madison Square Garden, and Dixie Carter was there. Kind of like a slap in the face to WWE, but I like both, and I will continue to like both. But I just want to give a shout out to TNA because I think they're highly underrated, and they need to boost their game up. And I think it's good to have competition because there's not only New York Yankees in baseball, there's other teams. There's not only UFC in mixed martial arts, there's Bellator, there was Pride, there's other ones. So in Japan, they got New Japan, All Japan Wrestling, everywhere. So I just want to say TNA, good luck, my friend. God bless you. And WWE, keep doing it, baby. Also, TNA also started their own Hall of Fame, which now Ric Flair, they let Ric Flair go get his honors from WWE, even though he was under contract with TNA, and they let Christian from WWE go to TNA for one night to keep the peace, because both of the companies were mad that their guys were going over and making appearances when it was not allowed, but it didn't escalate into war like the WCW days, which is good. So that means McMahon's gonna chill, and we're gonna let sleeping dogs lie, and everything is all good in the hood when it comes to wrestling. So I just want to say, God bless TNA Hall of Fame, and God bless WWE Hall of Fame. I'm Chris Neves, and I'm out of here. Peace.